Late Rant, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one's for Denon de TNA, who says, rant about the Procrastinator's Drawcast, or Quickdraw, as they call it now. Procrastinator's Drawcast, I think, is like one of the coolest concepts that we had on the channel, because we have a bunch of artists, we do a podcast, no reason you can't do both at the same time. I love the idea that, like, everybody has to draw the same thing in their own style, but, like, you know, there's a sort of variation on it. You know, we just draw things that everybody in the group cares about and collect it together. I think it's almost unfortunate to me that the Drawcast is centered around the people who can actually draw. Like, I enjoyed the ones I was on because I like seeing the difference between the people who are, like, really good at art and the people who are total ass. I think that makes it more fun to, like, see that gradient of art styles. But ultimately it ended up being, like, you know, people who really like to draw, who are, like, more prone to actually organize and do the show. But, you know, so I won't say that I've watched the other ones necessarily, personally, like, but I think it's a cool idea, especially with, like, having all of them on screen at the same time and stuff. The the fact that they moved it to another channel, I think they need to do a much better job of advertising it. I mean, like, the theory behind that is basically the same as the reason I split my channels. It's like, oh, this thing is kind of its own concept. It could have its own legs. It could have a life outside of this group, and, you know, they don't necessarily perform the same way as the other ones anyways. What if this had its own audience, but then nobody's really promoted it at all? I don't know why everybody on the Drawcast hasn't made their own videos about it on their own channels, or, you know, given it its own video even on the Procrastinator's channel, announcing it as opposed to just mentioning it in various podcasts. There's been, like, no promotion. So at that point, putting it on its own channel, totally pointless. And, you know, I guess I could have said something, but I just hadn't thought about it because I'm not a part of it, really. So, you know, I don't even know how many they've done so far on that channel. I don't know if their intent was to make it bigger or if it was just to divorce it from the PCP so that it wouldn't be monetarily tied to it. I have no idea. Again, I wasn't really part of any of that process. So, cool show. Advertise the fucking thing, guys.